This is Rat with a Kiss. This is apparently a Christmas-themed Tommy game. That's about all I really know about it, but yeah. The main menu seems really cute, with the music and everything. Yeah, it seems very seasonal.
You're fired!
Okay, never mind.
The words thundered throughout the cramped office. People I had never even interacted with craned their neck over the cubicles to see the spectacle in all of its glory.
Okay, I was actually expecting voiceovers. Okay, this is actually really cool.
The whispers grew louder and louder as I was escorted out of the building. I was made the fool that day. My boss, Mr. Cardiff, announced my early departure from the company and the business world altogether. I would not be allowed in any respectable corporation with my callous attitude and lack of appropriate knowledge. That was when I headed home to my desolate apartment, began to pack my remaining belongings into cardboard boxes. There was no longer a place for me in the city. Though, part of me had always known that was the truth I'd arrive at one day. What else was I supposed to think after I saw my money, belongings, and even self-worth sizzle away with each day that passed? What I had left to my name now was very little. A few articles of clothing, and a small amount of self-dignity. I quickly realized, as I held an old refrigerator magnet in the palm of my hand, that I'd be content with leaving my life to rot in this cramped, overpriced apartment. One by one, I'd sell every single object until I could afford to leave, and perhaps pull myself out of the trenches I had traveled down. Closing the chapter of the overly exhausted business manager once and for all, I'll be leaving this junk and heading to my sister's house in Hawthorne. It will be an adventure, but one I'm willing to embark on. Because honestly, anywhere is better than here.
That's kind of a depressing start, but we're at December 1st apparently. Okay, so this one actually isn't a voice. Outside of my sister and niece waving excitedly to me as I struggle up the train station steps with my luggage. Bags are heavy and cumbersome, hitting my leg with each step that I take. Perhaps 3 suitcases was too much to take with me on the 4-hour train ride. I reach the top of the long staircase unwinded, taking a moment to inhale some fresh air. Oh, and she actually blinks, that's kinda cool. Usually they just have static images. The cold air fills my lungs, and I shiver. It's much chillier in the Hawthorne than back home. I quickly shake my head. Not home. Not anymore. Hawthorne will be there. Hawthorne will be where I make myself comfortable, at least until I can get back on my feet again. Though, glancing at everyone around me, I wonder if I can get used to the abundance of trees, comfortable walking space between people, and a lack of constant selfies being taken. Sounds like paradise already.
Finally!
Oh, no, Ellie is here. Oh, she actually is really adorable. 9-year-old girl puts an emphasis on 2 syllables of my name, laughing. Not the funniest joke, if you can even consider that, but I smile politely. Wait, Mum, this is Noel, right? She looks different from her pictures. She looks from me to my sister. That's right, last time I saw Zoe was when she was only 3 years old. How the hell that 6 years slipped by? It was like it all happened in the blink of an eye. Zoe has the same golden eyes as her mother, though her dark hair has a slight curl to it. Her hair was always like that, but it's more noticeable now that she's older. Tyson passed away a few years ago, but Ellie refused to have a funeral. She wanted to keep the family sheltered from that part of her life. I wonder if all that changed. Yes, that's the Coffee Bean herself. My sister and I lock eyes, and she winks. Coffee Bean? Can't help but grin. almost forgot about that dumb nickname. I was able to live the last few years of my life without ever hearing it, aside from the phone calls with Natalie. Never call me that again. Coffee bean? The little girl tilts her head to the side with a devious glare in her eyes. She's going to be calling me that from now on, isn't she? You heard nothing. It's better than a Christmas joke. Honestly, I take the alternative.
Bah humbug.
Indeed. So I look confused as my sister and I talk. I only shake my head. Nope, I'm not getting into the coffee bean story right now. Just got here. Mum, can we get hot chocolate on the way home? I don't know. Noel just got here, and she might be really tired. Are you, Noel? Are you tired to try the best hot chocolate you'll ever have in your whole life? I'm not tired, especially when hot chocolate is involved. You sure? She frowns, but sure. It's a good bonding experience. Yes, I knew you were going to be the best. Your mum's paying, right? I grin at my sister, who shakes her head like a stern mother. She has a lecture for me, but I refuse to suffer through it until we're safely back at her place. Just this once, but I'm not helping you with your bags. Or my eyes. Zoe comes to my side and tries to take one of my bags from me, but they're all the sides of her. Can't help but chuckle at the sight. I got it, no worries. Okay. Get to choose a festive nickname for Zoe. Gumdrop, Candy Cane, or Jellybean. I like Jellybean, that's cute. Zoe scrunches up her nose. By now, we've begun walking towards Nat's car. Small sedan with a blank coat of grey paint and a ding on the passenger side door. What did he call me? I managed to maneuver around the vehicle with my 3 bags, 2 rolling on each side and the smallest stacked on top of another. Still cumbersome, but at least they're not weighing me down.
Sorry.
We're all getting terrible nicknames in the household. Sorry. But holiday themed? Blah. Hey, what's wrong with a little Christmas cheer, love bug? Easy for you to say. You don't have to hear people call you Jellybean. I know, don't worry. Your mom's nickname is way worse. Really? What is it? Grin mysteriously, shooting a glance at the scowling old woman. Should I tell her? Yes.
No.
I don't know. I think it's only fair. Ollie walks to her side of the car, fishing her keys in her bag. In the meantime, I let go of my bag and stretch my arms overhead. I got to work out more if my muscles are this soft of dragging my luggage around. I saw you brought. Surprised you didn't bring more. I mean, you're staying here with us. Only until I get back on my feet. Even so, you don't plan on going back to the city, do you? Shake my head, getting into the unlocked car. Natalie and Zoe follow suit. I understand Nat's apprehension about letting me return to the sea. She's the one who had to deal with my tears on the worst nights. Only a phone call away, Natalie used to say. She really was. Even at 3 AM when she had to wake up early the next day for work, and to get Zoe ready for school. In the city, I was working a job that paid well, but barely enough to afford the rent on my tiny apartment. Hours were long, excruciating even. I felt like I was losing myself to my job, and it all crumbled down after my termination from the workforce. But I haven't told Nellie the real reason I was fired. I don't think she'll be proud of me, though I stand by my decision, and I'd do it all over again if it meant leaving that button-up life behind. And we finally get to leave it all behind. Didn't renew my lease, and I sold everything into place. All I took were my clothes, some old pictures, and Mum's necklace. I sold a lot prior to the decision to move in order to pay back some of my debts. This expensive Port plated bow pennant easily were enough for a month's rent. Something I won't part with. That's all you need anyway. The pretty red necklace you're wearing. I reach up and grab the pendant in between my 2 fingers. It's lightweight, and despite being old, still sparkles and shines in the light.
Yeah.
Yep. My grandmother gave it to me before she left on one of her grand old adventures. What adventure What birthday is she on now? 70th? Who knows? I stopped counting a long time ago. You know what? I'm happy for her. She gets to travel the world and meet so many interesting people. Grandma is so cool. Buys the best gifts too. Nellie looks at her daughter through the rearview mirror and lowers her eyes. Christmas is not about the gifts, but they're nice, I suppose. Zoe googles in the back seat with a snort. I must be spoiling it on the holidays as well. The last gift I got from the older woman was an expensive watch that I sold after only a few weeks of having it. The thing was nice, but what was the point of having something so flashy if I didn't have food to put on the table that week? Straighten up in my seat, eyes forward as Natalie takes a turn. As we get further away from the train station, more people come into view. Now, right of shops lining next to each other like a strip mall. Wow, a lot of these businesses look like they're family owned. Oh, yeah. No fancy big chains here. I love it. So, no Burger Boss. No Burger Boss. But, Molly points to a storefront a few feet ahead from where stopped at a red light. I can faintly make out the rustic wooden sign that reads something grill. Peter's Grill has real burgers. Delicious. Trust me. But Burger Boss has cheeseburgers on the go. Cooking up in 40 seconds or less. That's their motto. How good can a burger be if it was cooked in 40 seconds? Excuse me? Really good. You gotta slow your pace in Hawthorne. Nothing worth getting done in complete. It's complete in 40 seconds or less. So you say. I don't know, Mum. Now that I'm thinking about it, this place is called Burger Boss for a reason. That must be the boss of all the burgers. So maybe that's how he makes them in 40 seconds. Magic burgers! She smiles to herself, looking out the window with just as much enthusiasm and wonder as myself, though she's lived in Hawthorne her whole life. Once we take the next turn at the corner, we'll be at the main plaza.
Yay!
Which is where we can get our hot chocolate. Yay! From the rearview mirror, I can see Zoe excitedly vibrating in her seat. That hot chocolate must be damn good. Alright, out of my car. We're here. I almost missed that Nellie has pulled over to a parking spot. She taps her fingers on the steering wheel, waiting for me and Zoe to get out of the car. Zoe and I bear out, laughing. I miss Nellie so much. I never really had a second to stop and breathe back in the city, let alone think about the family I never visited. When I look up, I notice how festive the square is. Whatever that is, outside of the shops. Reese decorates some of the business stores. There's a very fancy tree in the center of the plaza, though nothing is too elaborate. It's tasteful, like a Christmas card. Back in the city, holiday decorations are even more elaborate. There are blow-up Santa decorations outside of every storefront. Fanciest places have sparkling reindeer statues and other gimmicks, like holiday hashtags, people can use when they take pictures next to the displays. Then, of course, there's the present boxes that are everywhere. Train stations, lampposts, door windows, all these are always in your face kind of thing.
What do you think of Hawthorne so far?
I've been here for 5 minutes, but you've seen some of it. It's pretty, I guess. That's a word short. It seems to be enough of a reply. So much to see and do here. You'll love it. Hot cocoa! So cups her hands over her mouth and calls out into the air. Natalie rolls her eyes and I watch the girl curiously. What are you gonna get, coffee bean? Okay, no, that's not going to be a thing. Here it is.
You're going to get coal for Christmas.
Think Santa would find a nickname for you too. You don't even know why your mum calls me that. Do they call you that because you eat coffee beans? It was one time. Little girl snickers. Gotcha. You little... Nellie interrupts the two of us by placing a mini in front of my face. Huh? Pick a hot cocoa flavor. It looks like there are 3 varieties. One is red velvet, has a small star next to it, which the menu key notes as a consumer favorite. Then there's the rich dark chocolate flavor, and lastly white chocolate with a twinge of raspberry. Let's go with red velvet. Why not? I think I'll have the red velvet. Good choice. Well, what do you think? Delicious? Absolutely. See, I told ya. Three of us decided to take our coca and go to the place that is packed. As the place is packed inside. Actually shocked to see how so many people. You'd think it was a lunchtime rush at Boss Burger. Take another large gulp from the festive paper cup. I don't think it's as good as the hot coca. Hawthorne won't be such a bad place. Hey Zoe, while we're here. Oh, sorry, while we're here, we can pick up your recital dress from the cleaners. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Recital dress? Are you a dancer or something, Jellybean? I'm playing the Ghost of Christmas Past in the town's holiday show at the end of the month. Since I'm a ghost, I can wear anything I want, but you'll see the outfit on the day of the show. I can't see now? Nope. Now you'll definitely have to come to the show. Ouch. How sad do you think I miss your performance?
It's just like insurance.
God, she is so adorable. Insurance? I mean, insurance. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, you can't miss it or else the Christmas magic won't work. Then the show will totally explode.
What?
Ellie shakes her head with a small smile. It's an old superstition. Nesta! Huh? A long time ago, a young girl named Nesta bumped into something backstage and caused the whole set to catch fire. So, not totally explode. Some details get lost in time, or exaggerated. Some people think it's because she bragged about her costume before the show and made sure everyone in town saw it ahead of time. Exactly! More people who see a costume, the more the show will catch fire. I'm not sure how that works, but okay. I don't think a show can actually explode, but I'll let her have her moment. Mom was Zoe's threat. That word. The more confident I am that she'll make a wonderful performer. I'm actually looking forward to seeing her. It'll be the first children's play I've seen, not to mention one for a relative. The dry cleaner is 3 shops down. No, we'll be quick. You can sit on one of the benches or look around. Yeah, don't worry about me. The girls walk off, leave me alone with my thoughts. Take another sip from my hot chocolate and find a seat. Best not to wander off too far when I don't have a phone with good service. Thinking a fancy phone was an expense I really needed. Don't my fingers on my thighs. Yeah, chilly, but the cocoa's warmed me up. I haven't had a minute to just sit and breathe in a long time. Close my eyes as the wind caresses my face. Don't know how long I sat there until I hear a voice jolting me from my
Nice choice.
Okay. Eyes slowly flat open. I see a man casting a shadow over me, smiling genuinely, holding his own drink in his hand. What do you get? This one's a coffee. Peppermint. Peppermint in coffee? Well, don't tell me you've never had it. I raise my brow at the stranger who's conversing so easily with me. Straighten myself up and try to make a good first impression. This is the first Hawthorne local I'm meeting. Well, besides my sister and niece. You're new here, aren't you? All Hawthorne residents have tasted the peppermint coffee. Oh no, busted. Put some hair behind my ear. I gave it away. Thought I was doing a good job blending in. Smile up at the stranger because we both know that's not true. I'm sure I look like a fish out of water. Yeah, you're doing an awesome job. Looks at me as he says this. I can't help but blush at the mystery man. I tried to turn my head to the side so you won't notice. I just know everyone in town. Everyone? No way, that's not possible. You can't know everyone in town. Why not? Because... Mention to the plaza around us, if the answer is obvious. We're not a small mountain town isolated from the rest of the world. But it's pretty sizable. And the train station had a lot of people mulling around. Man begins to laugh, throwing his head back as he does so. You're from the big city, aren't you? You've got to be a psychic or something. No. He shakes his head. City dwellers are used to packed scenes. Pretty easy to spot you guys in the crowd. Hawthorne really isn't that big. Compared to the city or not, there are still so many people walking around now. Can't know all of them. Okay, maybe not all of them. Before I can say anything, he places one of his hands up to stop me. But Hawthorne is a winter town, so there's more people walking around than usual. Tourists, you know, that doesn't count. Do know all the locals though. Do you make it a habit to welcome all tourists? Shakes his head, grin never leaving his face. Tourists, no. New residents, yes. I said I was a new resident. Then I didn't have to. I tilt my head to the side like a dog trying to make sense of what's happening. I had no idea what this man is talking about. What about me gives it away, Mr. Detective? Your eyes. My eyes? Or my brows?
Yeah.
Same as these sisters. You're related to Nellie, right? Oh my god. Now it all makes sense. This guy's probably one of Nat's friends. Gonna flip on her for getting the welcoming committee on my tail. Hey now, she didn't do anything but tell me her sibling was coming. Saw her and Zoe walk off in the other direction, so I assumed. The rest was just teasing. Teasing? Scrunch on my nose. Gee, thanks. Hawthorne hospitality. Like to have fun here. You're Noel, right? Yeah, that would be me. Matt extended his hand towards me.
My name is Elliot. I'm the town's local carpenter.
Local carpenter? Like, there's only one? I got to be in some kind of movie or something. Coming from the sea to a small winter town, I bump into a handsome carpenter. Only one good carpenter. Jostled from my thoughts but by the man's voice, I tried to straighten up. Is that so? I can show you my skills. You can do the judging yourself. Skills? What kind of skills? I'm definitely sure he's going to be showing some of those skills later. I opened my mouth to say something when I hear the laughter of a little girl. The corner of my eye caught sight of Zoe, swinging her arms in wide circles in a white jacket as she and her mother approaches. Oh, look who it is, little firecracker. That's how you come up with a nickname, Noel. Girl sticks her tongue out at me. Hey, I thought Jellybean was pretty good. He looks between me and Zoe and begins to laugh. It's festive. I like it. No, you don't. Ellie comes up fumbling with straightening out her dry clean.
Hey, Elliot. On a supply run?
Ellie shakes his coffee cup. Pure run. Equally as important. You going to a party or something? Elliot points out to the hanger that Nellie is holding. She shakes her head. That's my costume for the Christmas show. She jumps in front of it to shield it from prying eyes. Careful. If you look at it, the show will catch on fire and explode. How many times do I have to tell you so? Nothing will catch on fire when I'm the one building the set. I can't stop a ghost, Ellie. I glance at the stranger, glance of amusement in my eyes. I don't think she's right. Oh, for sure. I was just testing her. Drinking peppermint coffee again, Elliot? You know I waited months for this flavor to come back. I'll be here every morning. I don't doubt it. Can't wait to grab a cup in the morning before work. Are you sure you'll wake up on time? Of course. I'll make time if I have to.
No fair.
That's not fair. You had to get me a hot cocoa if you come here in the morning. But you had to wake up even earlier if you want some before school, you know. Never mind then. I'm still sitting on the bench watching Elliot as he, Nat, and Zoe talk about relative familiarity. It feels kind of awkward seeing the man talk to my sister, like they're best friends, siblings even. were lovers. And a stranger here, not Elliot. Nat finally takes notice of me and grins. It's almost as if I'm an afterthought to the situation, added on because of an inconvenience. I feel a little awkward, to be honest. So you met my sister Noel? Yes, that's a wonderful conversationalist she's been. I try my best. Look, I'm try to smile meekly. Not for me losing my job, probably wouldn't be here. Probably still be a stranger to my whole family, sending the obligatory happy holidays text, and being on my merry way.
It's lovely meeting you, Noel. Welcome to our small town, and I hope you enjoy your stay.
Oh, we definitely will be. For however long it is. He looks at me for confirmation, but I only shrug my shoulders. Who knows how long I'll be here? Certainly didn't make any plans. Well, let's say a few months. No, forever. Forever is a long time. We'll see about that. Oh, does that mean the idea of forever is on the table? Elliot wiggles a brow and takes a sip of his coffee. There's a slight grin on his face. I quickly realize the man loves to joke around. At least he's making an effort to include me in the conversation. Perhaps he's extending the courtesy because of his relationship with Natalie. Guess I had to try and make Hawthorne look really good, so you'll want to stay. Because you've been doing a great job of it already. Of course you'd say that, Nat. Hey, I'm not lying. You fixed up this place really nice. If someone who hasn't lived here for years thinks it looks good, I'll believe you. Nellie and Elliot both turned to me, and I shrink back into my seat. I'll admit that Hawthorne is very different from the places I lived for the last few years. Well, my family is here. I won't be crammed inside of a shoebox-sized apartment. However, everything still feels new. I'll need to get used to being here. I think Hawthorne is pretty. It's pretty. Give him a half-hearted answer. See? Billy shakes his head. Not convinced. It's something kind of flat. Besides, Hawthorne is more than just pretty space. I've only been here for an hour, so I can't really judge. If you'll be here for a while, then I'll have some time to show you Hawthorne's best kept secrets. Some not even Natty or Zoe know about. Wow, Elliot. Really gonna give away secrets like that? Yeah, you had to tell us too. I'll tell you all. I'll tell all of you, but no one has to stay long enough to find out. Wouldn't make sense otherwise. Place my hand on my chin. Sounds tempting. I sense a butt coming. A butt? Gross. I can't help but laugh at that one. I'm the child I really am. Though Elliot seems to think it's funny as well. No butts allowed, no. Child is here. I guess that means I have to give you a yes or no answer, huh? It's gonna be a yes, right? Secrets are on the line, no. Yes, but for the secrets. Not like I have any other friends around town. It's a good opportunity to get to know the place better, at least. Hey, I'm taking it and holding you to it. Part of me is a little nervous at the idea, but I try my best to shake it off. Right, well, the coffee is getting cold, and I have a project back at home waiting for me. I'll catch you three another time. Before you leave, can you come over one day this week to look at the plumbing? I know you're getting cold water at the moment. I can stop by tomorrow.
No.
Absolutely not. Monday is a day off. You're not coming over to do work. Daddy, it's you. Can't let you shower in cold water. It's like ice out here. It's not for you, for Zoe. Yes, Mum, it's for me. I hate cold water. Between my sister and Elliot, two of them are closer than I initially thought. Elliot knows his work schedule. Elliot treats Zoe like his family. Are the pair dating or interested in each other? There's certainly some chemistry there. You really don't mind. I don't. Well, let's settle then. I'll see you tomorrow. Cuts her hands together, and I wonder why she bothered with the polite dance. See in her eyes, she knew damn well this guy was going to come to her rescue. What's up with the two of them? Tomorrow then. Elliot waves at the three of us and walks off. watching for a moment, curiosity getting the best of me. Let's head home. The only motions for me is Zoe to start walking to the car. My feet feel heavy as I stand up. I'm tired, but beyond that, I'm feeling apprehensive about being in a new place. Zoe runs a few feet ahead of us, blissfully ignorant to the feelings eating me up inside. As I watch her play, I can't help feel a little jealous that I'm not as carefree as her. Hey, now, I have a question. Where's the sun leaving my mouth in a burst? I have an answer. You're an Elliot. No, don't start this. It shakes her head fervently.
What?
Say what? Just curious. You two seem close. Yeah, but not anything like you're thinking. You don't think that what I'm thinking? Thinking that he and I would make a good couple. What? No, definitely not. Natalie rolled her eyes. A lot of people see it as more than it is, but Elliot's just genuinely a nice guy who cares about me and Zoe. That's it. That's it? Yes, Elliot was Tyson's best friend. I can't date him. Doesn't feel right. I'm pretty sure he feels the same way. Oh, if she puts it like that, I guess I can understand how dating her deceased husband's best friend could get complicated.
However, Elliot is single. He's handsome, funny, has a good job, good with kids, totally not judgmental.
I have more if you want to hear it. Why would I want to hear it? Because you're single and have no baggage? Don't play matchmaker, Nat. Why not? You're just about to. You thought that there was some chemistry, that's all. Sure, that's all. Hey, what do you mean by that? Gives a knowing smug, but turns her attention to her daughter who is waiting in front of the car. Time to go home. I'm sure Noel is tired after a long day. Fine. But can we go on another adventure soon? I pat her daughter's head with a sincere smile. I feel warm feel my stomach. This is the family life I've been missing out on. It feels good to be included for once. Come on, ladies, let's head home. Three of us shuffle into Nellie's car for another drive, this time to my new residence. Upon entering Nellie's car, I'm shocked. It's by no means a mansion, but it's way bigger than the apartment I was living in before, though I'm willing to bet most houses in this town are. By the time we are bringing in bags and getting settled, it's dark outside. Well, what do you think? It's amazing. Really? No, it's not too shabby, but amazing is a big compliment. Back home I was living in a shed compared to this. Pretty shed at least. Nope, my entire salary was spent on bare ugly books. Well, rent here is much cheaper than the sea. There's that. So he flings herself into the couch and buries her face into the sofa pillows. Let's watch a movie.
No.
Absolutely not, young lady. You have school tomorrow. So, it's a special occasion. Nola's here. And Nola will be here tomorrow. And the day after that. But no means no. Go put on your PJs. I'll be up for lights out in a bit. Zoe groans. Ellie's a strict mum, but I guess she has to be since she's doing it all by herself. Can Noel take me to school at least? How am I gonna do that? I don't know where it is. Not too far from here. Zoe knows to walk there. Oh, there you had to take her. Oh, but no, please. Cuts her hands together and gives me the best puppy dog eyes. I guess so. Why not? But you have to go shower and get ready for bed now. Deal. Girl balls off in a hurry and watch her leave. Why is she so excited about me taking her to school? Who knows? Shocked myself, honestly. I was afraid Zoe was going to hate you. She has a hard time making friends lately. Wait, really? Same girl I just saw run up the stairs? No way. Natalie nods her head. After Tyson's death, she shut at everyone, even me. Zoe pretends like nothing is bothering her, but I can't imagine she is okay with her father getting sick and passing away. Tried to hide it from her, but Zoe is smart. She must have seen him getting progressively worse. Feels like a pile of bricks are just sitting on my heart as Nellie tells me the truth of her and Zoe's situation. Nellie has always tried to find the light in everything, even when she sits so firmly in the dark. Why didn't you tell me how bad it was? I thought the disease was sudden. I could have been here to help you through Tyson's sickness. Would you have come, Noel? Nah, you're my sister. Of course I would have come. You distanced yourself for years after you left home. Never looked back. Zoe's 9. You only met her once before this. I didn't think you cared about anything more than yourself, so I never brought it up. I feel like she delivered a devastating blow to my gut, but I can't argue with her. Ellie is completely right. I withdrew from her, but so did the rest of our family. Mum, Dad, our siblings. Well, we all went our separate ways and stopped being a family. Yet when I called Nellie, she always answered and lent a listening ear. I didn't return the favor and never bothered to ask what she needed.
I'm a terrible sister.
She shakes her head with a frown. You're not. Just don't think we were ever equipped with the knowledge of how to be a functioning family. Mum and Dad were hardly ever in the same room together. All we ever had was Dad, and he drew it in our heads that we needed to be financially stable to be successful. That's why Nala left to marry the rich yoga instructor, and Naive went on his backpacking journey across the country. Speechless and frowning, I run through the details in my head. It makes a lot of sense, but I'm more than a victim of my environment. I'm the one who didn't put myself out of the cycle and kept going with it. Don't look at me like that, Noel. I've been seeing a therapist. It's really been helping. You should too, honestly. See a therapist? I guess I never considered it. I know, Dad made you think it was normal to live the way we were living. It's the whole thing, Noel. Go look at your past and move on from it. Not bothering me, though. Sure, it's not. Worked for 8 years at a job Dad wanted you to be at. 8 fucking years, Noel. It's almost as old as my daughter. She shakes her head and I stared dumbfounded. She was right. I was majoring in business because Dad said that was a financially secure option. He was always very announced in that direction. Don't know what I would have chosen to do otherwise. Thought plays on my mind. Not very creative. What else could I have done? Would I still be on the same path if I didn't have Dad's voice constantly in my ear?
Never mind all that. I've forgiven the past. You're here now. That's all that matters to me. We can all move forward with the present moment.
If you want the number of my therapist, I'll be happy to give it to you as well. Though maybe it's best to see someone new. She could refer you to a colleague. I need some time to think about everything. You just unloaded a lot. I know. Gives me a warm smile. Take all the time you need, but in the meantime, let's get some sleep. We have to be up early to take Zoe to school. She leaves the house at 7:15. Yeah, that's not a problem. My body is used to sleeping and waking up early. Take care and sleep in after tomorrow. I think you could use a little rest. Yeah, maybe. Laying in the dark, tossing and turning in bed. By now, I usually be asleep, tired from a long day of work. Not even the fatigue is enough to sell my racing thoughts as I stare up at the ceiling. The mattress underneath me is firm, almost new. Imagine the guest room must not have been used often. Turning to my side, I screw my eyes shut and try to lull myself to sleep. All I can think of is what Natalie told me earlier about our parents. Mum's never been around long enough to actually be our guardian. My father constantly drilled in our heads that money defined us. We were working in my dad's company by the age of 14, handing out flyers on the street. We got to hang out with friends, ride bikes. I was always indoors studying or helping Dad. I wonder if I wasted too much time living with someone else. Thought overtakes me as I find myself to get to sleep, but it's no use. Darkness never seems to leave. Yeah, it never does. But it's now December 2nd. Sun shines into my room, out of grey, trying to cover my face. I don't remember leaving the blinds open. That must mean... Nat. Nat. Got 20 minutes. Get dressed and get out. Good morning to you too. As painful as I turned over in the stiff bed, I couldn't tell you what time I fell asleep, but it must have been pretty late because I feel like I was run over by a truck. Why did I agree to take Zoe to school this morning? Oh, right. She was freaking excited. I don't have the heart to tell her to buzz off. Forced myself out of bed to my bare feet touching the icy wooden floor. Take a good look at the room. It's void of any clutter. Every time I look like it's perfectly placed, almost as if the items are on display. There are some sports magazines laid out on the end table, paintings of various nature areas on the walls, and little glass statues in the cabinet across from the bed. I actually recognized some of the trinkets. They're all party favors we had gotten back in the day from their communions, weddings, and birthdays. I haven't been to one of those parties in years. Ellie has found a nice little home for her memories. I feel a bit guilty that I tossed mine in the trash, but I haven't seen the family associated with these trinkets in years. Drag my feet to my suitcase on the floor. Didn't bother unpacking last night. Take out the first shirt on top and frown. It's a pink top on the top. I'm only taking Zoe to school. Knowing my luck, I'm probably going to meet some other handsome folk. I'm going to toss clothing items on the floor one by one until I find something casual at the very bottom. Somehow I don't think my business attire would fit too well with Horton. When I walk to the kitchen, Zoe is standing with her hands on the strings of her backpack. There's a half-eaten plate of eggs on the table behind her. I saw it rumbles, but I know it took too long trying to find an outfit. She had a longing look at the table. Finally, you're ready. I don't want to be late.
Sorry.
Sorry. You need to look my best to impress everyone at the school. Can't walk with someone who looks lame, can you? Nope, I cannot. Good point. She hands her hand out to me. I stare at it for a moment before realizing what she's asking. She wants me to hold her hand. Look over at Ellie, who's standing behind the counter. She nods her head slightly, wearing a small smile. Take Zoe's hand. It's small and warm. Reminded myself that when I was little, I hated going to school. Mum had to hold my hand as we walked to make sure I wouldn't run back home. Zoe seems much more content to go to school, despite what Nellie mentioned the night before. Really hard to believe that someone as bright of a personality as Zoe is struggling. Giving my hand a little squeeze, and she grins up at me. Come on, I'll show you the way. Have a good day, Zoe. Mum loves you. Ellie blows a kiss at her daughter, who catches it in the left hand and places it on her cheek. Bye, Mum. See you later. Oh, these guys are honestly cute. When you walk onto the street, I'm hit with a rush of cold air. Zoe seems to revel in it, shutting her eyes and pointing her head up towards the sun. A little nervous to be walking her to school, as I've never been good with kids. I'm the youngest child, but always the one being watched over. Wish I could stay at home all the time. Yeah, but you'll be able to get a good job once you finish school. I would feel bad giving her the same tired advice my own father mentioned over and over again. We were valued by how much money we brought into the house. Maybe that's why Nella went and married the first rich guy who showed her any interest. Why Neve followed Mum's footsteps and left. Or even why I decided to pursue a soul-shattering job I hated. The only one who seemed to leave that space in one piece was Natalie. Well, as close to one piece as a broken family can manage. I don't envy her having to reconstruct a life that Tyson's death destroyed. Yeah, that's what Mum always says. Want to be a fashion designer and president. Wow, president who designs her own clothes? Never heard of that one. I like it. Right? I want Sandy G is telling everyone that it's not possible to be whatever I want. Of course it's possible. Anything is possible. Repeat the sentiment, but I'm not sure I believe it myself. The real world is a lot more harsh than what we let children believe. Well, Sandy G says it's not, and everyone believes her. They laugh at me during share time, when I write about it. I snap to the girl, as her turn begins to falter. Mum says you're really successful. She has said that? Yeah, she told me you work for a big company like you always wanted to. I want to be like that one day. starts walking and turns to face me. Maybe one day you can come and show Sandy G that my dreams aren't dumb. Happiness settles on my heart as I watch the girl praise me. The false image of myself that Natalie has told Zoe is what's giving her hope. Truth isn't anywhere close to what she truly thinks, but I'm not mean enough to shadow that for her. Sure, I could do that, but just so you know. Fuck Sandy G. Hey, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Mama says that too. Little girl shrugs and runs forward. Hey, no, come race me. Taking a large breath of air and still myself. My stamina is probably not the best, but I'm not going to lose a game of tag to a 9-year-old. I feel slam into the pavement as I chase after her. Oh, that's kind of wholesome. A short-lived moment, but walking with Zoe was nice. She talked to him more than the day before. Almost as if she was finally able to get some things off her chest without her mother's watchful eyes. Zoe runs off to the school building. I watch for a few moments. Nostalgia as I remember the simpler times sitting in class waiting for the recess bell to ring so I could play with my best friends, none of whom I talk to today. Life is funny that way, pulling you away from your friends and popping you in a new life. I shake off my melancholic thoughts as I feel the sadness creeping up inside. This time things will be different. I have to stay positive. When I get home, I see Nellie leaning over a steaming pot of coffee. It smells delicious. Welcome back. Everything went okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly. Mostly? What happened? I kind of like telling her about what Zoe and I talked about earlier. But Dora thinks I'd want her to know if there was something bothering her. Do you know who Sandy G is? Oh yes, that's Bernadette's daughter. Didn't mean to click that. My understanding she is the popular girl that everyone likes. Why, did Zoe mention her? Yeah, apparently she thinks that it's dumb that Zoe wants to be a fashion designer president. Dumb? What nonsense, is Bernadette putting in her daughter's head. Probably the same nonsense that Dad did in ours. Instead being realistic, but Zoe is a child. I don't want her to feel like she can't dream. The harsh reality talks will come when she is much older, and for me, not some little girl. Natalie stops what she's doing and frowns. The coffee machine behind her makes a whirring sound as it starts up. Not a huge thing, but that's my daughter, and I want to protect her. I think she knows that, or she understands it. You're her mother, and you don't want her to get hurt. No, I don't, but I can't help getting angry when things like this happen. Zoe wants me to come to a school and talk to Sandy. Really? Go at my sister. Yeah, someone told her that I'm really successful and work for a big company. You did, so technically it's not a lie. You shouldn't embellish the truth so much. At some point you'll need to be truthful with Zoe. I know, you're right. But a bit harder than it sounds. She's been through so much. A little lie isn't gonna hurt anyone. Seems like it's even helping Zoe out. Which is why I'm going to keep it for now.
Thank you.
Eddie's phone against the ring. Eddie takes a single glance from her to know who it is. She curses under her breath. Her job, give me a minute. I walks into the living room while I sit at the counter, tapping my fingers against the marble. Kitchen is clean and modern. Not what do you think a single mother and daughter would live in. Elliot was always a tidy person. However, this is sterile, even for her. Not a speck of dust can be seen. There's strewn about utensils, even mail on the table. The place doesn't look lived in. Elliot was never this tidy. Must have decided to clean things up after having a child. Don't know how long I sit here contemplating until the doorbell rings. I go over to Nellie in the living room, who throws her arms up in the air in an exasperated manner. Her boss is telling her as they're frazzled. Don't worry, I'm going to answer the door. Not sure whether Nellie hears me, but I climb out of my seat and head to the door anyway. Try to stifle a yawn as I pull the front door open. It's too early for visitors.
Good morning.
Figured it was going to be you. Whoa, good morning, sleepyhead. Or coffee bean, was it? I groaned. Elliot is standing on the other side of the door with a huge grin. Too huge for 8 a.m. if you ask me. I've been telling everyone that story. It was one time in 5th grade, and it was a dare. Put my hands against my cheeks in exasperation. Elliot only chuckles. You never told me the story, but did tell me to call you that when I saw you. So what happened in 5th grade that one time? Shook my head and began to swing the door closed when Elliot places his foot in the opening to prevent me from shutting the door in his face. Alright, too early for jokes. Anyway, I'm here to fix the cold water problem. Not mentioned yesterday. I open the door again, this time for me. Elliot kneels down to pick up a tool bag by his right foot. Right, the pipes. Totally forgot he was coming. Look awfully excited to be fixing the pipes at 8 a.m. Is there a better time to be fixing the pipes? I shrug lightly, blowing my shoulders afterwards. I don't know. Figured you might want to sleep in. It's your day off, right? Sleeping is nice, but I thought you might want to take a hot bath after your long trip here. So I want to come early. I could have thought you'd be the one sleeping in. I only stepped to the side and let Elliot enter. It's getting a little chilly standing with the door wide open. Elliot walks into the house and takes off his jacket, placing it on the coat hanger by the door. That's in the living room. That's in the living room? Notice Elliot makes a left turn and leads the two of us towards the room. It's like he's been here a million times before, and according to Nat, he has. So, why are you up so early? Zoe wanted me to walk her to school. Couldn't say no. Truth is that I haven't slept for a long time. Not sure what I'd do with all the time wasted. Am I supposed to stay up late to compensate? The years of grind has really got to me. Elliot catches up to us with a look of annoyance. Good morning, Elliot. You look pissed. Did I come a bit too early? Haven't had your coffee yet? Ellie rolls her eyes back and sends her lips upturned into a smile. Of course not. You're walking into my home at any time. Here's her front pocket with a slight outline of a phone can be seen. Boss called and needs me to come into work to cover someone's shift. Consider overtime since it's before my usual hours and it's only a few extra hours. Runs her hands through her hair. Funny how she's trying to convince herself more than Elliot and I. Do you mind staying anyway, Elliot? Of course. It'll be an in and out job. I hope so. I could really use a hot shower. Elliot winks at me. That's why I said I'd come here early. Very considerate of you, Al. I just know how rough it is to shower in cold water during the winter. Gets extra chilly here in the Hawthorne. Service is appreciated. Fair salute, and Nat rolls her eyes. Oh, you two have a grand old time. Oh, and I'll pick up Zoe on my way home from work. No, so don't worry about that. Want to stay home? I'll make us some dinner. I can't impose this time. It's never imposing. Despite Nat's reassuring words, Elliot looks at me with a hint of doubt in his eyes. He says her goodbyes and hurries off. Not a minute too long wasted. Right, no, like I said, it'll be an in and out job. Shouldn't take long at all. I know where everything is, so you can go about your day and pretend like I'm not here at all. Okay, awkwardly I raise my hand in a small wave. Good luck? Don't really know what to say, so I offer my weak smile. Silly, so I'm going to excuse the lack of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm for what? For you to finally have a shower with warm water. Oh. Okay, let me try again. I place my hands above my head like I'm riding a roller coaster. I'm so excited you're fixing the hot water. He seems less than pleased with my forced outburst and lets out a sigh. Alright, the sarcasm wasn't necessary. Just trying to brighten the mood a bit. I only roll my eyes. Yeah, well, it's the crack of dawn. Okay, no more wasting time. I need to get to work. Alright, I'll be around. He thanks me and heads off to the other room to fix the broken pipe. So strange having him here. Like when I have to call my internet service provider to come and check my connection. They'd work while I awkwardly stand by and yell. I should kill some time. Maybe I could check my laptop and see if I'd gotten any emails or messages on social media. Did tell Dad I was leaving the city, but I did it over a message on BookBook. The website Mother made us all join so she could share her travel pictures. Perhaps he responded? I did makes me nervous, but I had to at least... But I had to let him know that. From now on, everything is going to be on my terms. Head upstairs to the guest bedroom where I can get some privacy from the man working downstairs. Sit in my bed with my laptop open. Fairly ancient, making a humming sound as it starts up. I was saving up to get a new one, but the plan never panned out. When the screen finally loads, I enter the Wi-Fi information that Nellie gave me the night before. The network is quick to connect, and the BookBook site takes ages to load up. My anxiety rises as I wait for something, anything to happen. Oh, about not one, but several notifications. I clicked them, but the amount of things happening on the screen has caused my laptop to stop responding. I agreed and leaned back on my bed. I was never this bothered back in the city. Why now? After a few minutes, I checked my laptop again and I'm able to move the mouse to hover over the notifications menu. My stomach drops. 47 missed calls and messages from my father. Oh boy. I gulp. Sure expected it. Not like I had a ton of people lining up to be my friend. Hung out with the people I worked with, but once I got fired, they ceased all contact. Besides, why would anyone use BookBook? Get up in my bed, clutching my pillow to my chest. Now I should call my father back, at the very least to assure him not to worry. However, the idea of scrutinizing my employment situation is worse fate than I'd wish on anyone at the moment. I hear a banging noise coming from the stairway. Probably Elliot working on the pipes. I have to drown out some of my anxieties, though the breathe is short-lived as my laptop dings again. The notification pops up, letting me know my father has written on my Facebook wall. I can see you're online. Answer. A video call invitation pops up. I can feel a bar rising in my throat. However, this feeling won't go away until I face it head-on. There's only one thing to do. Sit up in bed and straighten out my hair and sweater before clicking the green button to answer the call. First, I only see a name, but the video fizzles in. Zoomed in image of my father shows up. It's a little shaky, but after a minute, image sharpens.
Noel!
His voice is booming, causing me to jolt. I clear my throat, hoping he did notice. Dad, it's good to hear from you again. Good to hear from me? Huh. I should be calling you under different circumstances. Listen, I know you got my message. I'm here in Hawthorne safe and sound with Natalie. Oh, I didn't get your message. I got Carter's message too. Carter? Old boss? Why would he try to contact my father? Even though my father got me a job at the company, I was under the impression the relationship was simply that of business owners in that same field of work. I didn't realize they talked outside the realm.
I didn't raise you to be so irresponsible!
What the hell is the matter with you? Did you think what you did wouldn't get back to me? I didn't raise you to be so irresponsible. I expected it from someone like Eve, but not you. You were the good kid. Tad, please listen for a minute. I wasn't trying to get fired. The company information online. What the hell do you think was going to happen? Lucky you aren't getting sued. You knew why. Because I had to beg Carter to do me a favor. It wasn't anything but last year's sales figures, Dad. That should be public information anyway. Carter wanted to hide that. Can't lie to consumer base about how our product is doing and then filter out any criticism on the products. But it's clear that my father isn't listening to a word I'm saying. Before I was fired, I spent the year's sales figure to our marketing department. The first year that I worked on the data myself, rather than assisting one of the senior employees. The marketing department was supposed to take the information and use it to help tailor future campaigns. However, the immediate supervisor told me that we're supposed to embellish the numbers in our reports, so that we don't lose any of our advertisers and future revenue. First it was an honest mistake, but I refused to change the numbers. That's when I was fired for not having my deals line up with the company policy. Well, it's blowing up everything out of proportion. Pretty sure I can't even get sued for what I did. Reputation, however, is another story entirely, and that must hurt him worse. Whereas I knew was only ever a small cog in Carter's coconut machine. Probably already easily replaced me.
You don't understand anything, Noel. You're just like your mother. You think the rules don't apply to you. You could just do whatever the hell you want.
Well, you're blacklisted now from working for any company like Carter's. So stupid. Don't want to work in a business anymore, anyway. And what's the plan then? Wasted 4 years on a business degree to go rich off your sister? I feel the tears sting my eyes as the man continues to berate me. Surely, deep down, there must be a reason for his actions. And now you're going to cry? Grown woman? No, you really are a disappointment. God, this guy really is fucking stupid. Really a horrible man. Let's just hang out there. No point in talking to a man like him. Now I've heard enough. No getting through to the stubborn man. He always has to be right. Part of me wonders if Mum decided to travel the world to avoid the harsh expectations my father placed on the family. Go into work and assign out a book before the man can call me back. Sign the laptop shut and fall back into my bed. Then tears fall from my eyes. None of this was supposed to be so hard. I was supposed to graduate college, find a job at a reputable company, make tons of money, and what else? Where does my personal life fall into that? Was supposed to be content with not making any real friends or falling in love, having family like my older sister. So harder. Realized I wasted so much time following my father's dreams when he never had the decency to listen to mine. Baffled sits feel the silence that my sobs can't. Someone's coming up the stairs, though I don't have the energy to move, so I'll hold my pillow tighter to my chest. On the other side of the closed door, I hear a knock.
Noel.
Hey, Noel? You in here? Crap, Elliot must be done by now. I'm really trying my best to salvage the situation and clear my throat. Yeah, what's up? I've run into a problem. Can I come in for a minute? It'll be easier to talk without the door blocking us. Trying to dim my eyes with the back of my hand before calling out to him. Hopefully I just looked like I was taking a nap and not crying. Sure, come in. Then he opens the door slowly, peeking his head to make sure that he wasn't intruding. You know, good to see someone else in the guest room for a change. Huh? Look up at the man whose sleeves are now rolled up. Slight amount of black grease on his hands. Oh, usually it was me staying in this room. When there were long game nights or if we had drinks. I didn't want to go home the next day. Dyson and Natalie let me stay the night. Walks in the room and points at a stack of magazines on the coffee table. Huh. Now digging throughout my old magazines. Oh, these sport ones are yours? Are you a big fan? Try to ask anything to get my mind off the earlier conversation with my father. I wouldn't say huge, but I like to keep up with the really important sports stuff. So when my father calls, we can have something to talk about. Otherwise, it's just us blathering on about fixing broken pipes or cleaning out gutters. Drives my stepmom insane. Your father? I just flick over to the laptop. Colours rise in my cheek. Although it's unlikely Elliot would notice the blush given how my red cheeks and eyes are from crying.
Did you hear?
Hard not to. I flinch, and Elliot quickly corrects himself. It's not what I meant. I was working under the stairs and the walls aren't as thick as you would think so. Ah. No worries. Elliot told me a little bit about how difficult your dad can be. I understand. Wipe my cheeks again and let out a half-hearted laugh. Thanks. It causes Elliot to smile slightly. Anyway, you said something about a stepmom? Oh, yeah. She always says that my father and I married to our jobs. I always tell her it's because we love what we do. Anyway, let me not bore you with all that. It's fine. I'm welcome to the distraction. In that case, while I was fixing the pipes downstairs, I came across an issue. What kind of issue? There was some erosion. I had to pick up a new piece to replace the faulty pipe. Oh, so how long will that be? An hour or so? Just need to head into town, get a pipe from Jericho's hardware, and then come back to install it. Good. Having a cold shower tonight would have been the icing on a terrible tasting cake. Understandable. Are you alright now? Yeah, just adjusting to my new life, I guess. Found shooting a glance at my laptop. Moving to a new place is always hard, but you gotta take it a day at a time. I felt the same way when she and Tyson decided to move back here. Oh, right. Darlene met Tyson in college and they dated online for a bit. After they both graduated, right? I guess he must have grown up here. Yep, Tyson and I grew together a few streets down. I was shocked you wanted to come back and take Natalie here instead of moving to a bigger city. But I was excited to have my best friend stay by my side. Glad he and Natty made that choice. Hawthorne feels a little more lively with Natty and Zoe walking around. And you too, soon. I chuckle slightly. Huh, don't get your hopes up. Why, you planning on leaving already? I shake my head. I don't have anywhere to go. But what? Why shouldn't I get my hopes up? I slightly shrug, and my shoulders droop. Never mind. You're looking a little bummed. A little, yeah. Why don't you come into town with me? You should get out of the house for a while. I'll show you down if I do. Oh, I'll slow you down if I do. It won't take too long to complete. Besides, you might feel better about being here once you see what Hawthorne's got going on. The holiday market set up in the park. Runs all winter long. I can show you. Holiday market? What's that? Oh, you city folk don't have anything like this, I bet. Every year people set up little booths to sell their homemade goods, whether it be delicious baked treats or wooden statues. Wow, that sounds really cute. Definitely didn't have something like that. Or something like that in the city. So what do you say? Want to take a ride with me? I crack a small smile. I guess you're in luck. My schedule is wide open right now. Great. Let me just pack up some of my things and we can head right out. Smelling Elliot's retreating figure. Not seeing this little holiday market will lift my spirits. Remind me that I made the right decision. That's my father who's wrong. Elliot's car, a dusty old pickup truck, handles the job of transport well enough despite the way it looks. We arrive at the town plaza quickly. Even at this early hour of the day, it's bustling with people. More people than yesterday, at least. Deck the halls blaze with the speakers and set up everywhere on every light post. Oh, well. This is an instrumental? Yeah, nods his head. One of the members of the community board did this rendition of the song himself. I like it. Surprised we're not hearing some pop on repeat. Don't get me wrong. It's a good genre, however we like a little variety in Hawthorne. Community board works hard to brainstorm the town's Christmas plays so that we never get bored. So, are you on the community board? Since you know so much. I was last year, but this year I'm making the sets for the school play, so I decided to focus my energy on that. Oh, so he's going to be really excited about that. She's the gross little Christmas bust. Fitting for her role. You think so? Well, yeah, Zoe loves to look back on what things used to be when her father was around. He misses him a lot, I bet. Tyson knew he was sick for a while, but he didn't tell Zoe. For her, change felt really subtle. It was hard for her to cope. 28-year-old man, and having a hard time dealing with it, even knowing Tyson was sick. But she'll be okay. She's a top girl. But 28? I wouldn't have guessed. What do you think I was? 33 or so? Around Tyson's age. He feigned shock. Ouch.
You think I look that old? Here I thought I had a clean-shaven baby face.
You still kind of look old. No, I thought because you and he grew up together, you'd be around the same age. We're neighbors, but I'm younger. It was a nice dynamic, like having an older brother who actually wanted to hang out with me. I was a little too focused on the girls in town, as most of the old brothers do. Let's not laugh. Now he's married to a woman he met on the other side of the world. Funny how that works. Anyway, yeah, I'm 28. Ah, I see. Oh, how old do I look? He places his hands up in front of him. I don't know, Coffee Bean. Not falling for that one. Where's the trap?
What?
There's no trap. If I ask a woman her age, or guess it for that matter, roll my eyes. Whatever, I'm 29. Older than you, so you know what that means. Gotta respect my elder. Shoot him a tiny finger gun, like I used to when my older brother, Neve, would guess something correctly. I stopped to look down at my hands. It never felt natural to me. But looking strange, I haven't done something like that in years.
Sorry.
That must have been weird. That shakes his head. Now he does that same thing sometimes. He teach you it? Yeah, she used to do it all the time when she was little, because I think she saw some cartoon bunny do it. Anyway, I copied her because I thought she was cool, but don't tell her that. My lips are sealed. I laugh. Then I got older and realized I couldn't use a finger gun on my boss. You could if your boss was cool. How do I get one of those? Sure, you have an easier time finding one Hawthorne. Right. Must have overheard the part of the conversation as well. I really feel better about my early conversation with Dad. Elliot has a warm personality that makes me feel welcomed, not at all like a stranger in town. Our store is just over this way. We'll pick up the piece since it's on the way to the park, and then we'll take a quick peek. Sound good? Sounds great. Elliot and I walk into a large park not too far from the plaza. Some surprisingly festive, fully decorated Christmas trees set up right in the middle of the area. He points it out as soon as we enter the park, noting my stare. Kids in Hawthorne Elementary decorated the ornaments for the trees this year. Oh wow, really? Get a close look at them. I notice they're all made from sturdy wood and crafted into the shape of different holiday items. Some of the ornaments have names engraved in them. Made one for each kid in the school and then had some extras for staff and whoever else. You cut these ornaments for each and every single student with their names in it? Yeah, I felt like it was a nice surprise for them. But it must be a lot of students. Fewer than you'd think. Anyway, I didn't mind. It was a great way to use up the wood scraps as well. Of course, in the middle of carving, I wish I had an apprentice working in my shop, but I'd still do it again without the help. I really enjoy seeing the smiles on the kids' faces. Seeing this Christmas tree decorated ties the whole experience together.
Elliot?
That's really nice of you, Elliot. Thank you. Two of us walk further into the park. At different stores sell, each one displaying their own Christmas merchandise. There's even an ornament throne set up near the Christmas tree, with a man dressed as Santa Claus sitting on it. Many people set out for Christmas rather early, but it's only the second day of December. Santa always rained out here. People are already taking holiday pictures. Never too early to get into the holiday spirit. If you're shopping for gifts, I guess. No, didn't tell me. I look at Elliot, who has his hands on his hips. See his brows proud son. Not sure what to make of it.
What?
You're one of them. One of who? A Christmas capitalist. A what? I thought about Elliot is already shaking his head. I feel like I've done something wrong. Just don't know what. Christmas capitalists are people who think the holiday is only for buying and selling gifts. Big ploy for the government and businesses to make money. I mean, I don't think all of Christmas is like that. It's obviously a real holiday with a lot of sentimental meaning behind it. However, don't finish that statement. Your name is literally Noel. Mother is part French, alright? They look flabbergasted, as if he was about to fall over on the spot. Besides buying gifts and opening them, what do you normally do during the holiday season, Noel? Sometimes I watch Christmas movies and TV specials. That's it. Baking gingerbread or setting up a tree in your home. I shake my
I
head.
was always alone for the holidays, so I guess it felt like I didn't need to make a big deal for just me.
Frown on Elliot's face looks like it's etched in. Promise me you'll at least try at least one new holiday activity. Your traditions is fun. It's time you have Natty and Zoe to try them with. You know, reach up and grab the red bow pendant around my neck. Now and I used to have a Christmas tradition when we were younger. We would stay late to make Santa cookies and milk, but we couldn't bake, so Nella and our other sister go to the store and buy Oreos and icing. Sometimes it'd be chocolate chip cookies or donuts, but whatever it was, she always brought icing, so we decorate the cookies and show Santa that we cared enough to put in the extra effort. So you put them out and Santa would eat them. Brother Neve would eat them and leave us a note he printed out from the computer so we wouldn't recognize his handwriting. Now I caught on way before I did, but she kept the charade going for me. Next morning we'd sit together, eat my grumpy father and open gifts. Though it wasn't Santa's that I looked forward to the most. It was the gifts from my mother. It kind of showed me that she was around on the holidays, even if she was a million miles away. Every year she travels to a different country, helps with food and guest drives. This time it's Germany. Though I say something that Elliot would no doubt be impressed with, my inside's twisted. My mother is always going in to those in need. She sees families create delicious dinners, provide them gifts for kids to open, and gives her attention. Sounds wonderful, truly, in my mind. I know it really is a good thing. However, it's all at the expense of our holidays. I made sure we all had gifts to open. I wanted so much more from her. I wanted to wake up and see her sit at the dinner table, not the soup kitchen. I suppose that makes me a terrible person, put my needs above those who don't have enough money to have a proper Christmas themselves. Elliot waves his hand in front of his face. Hey, are you okay? Got this far look in your eye. Oh, it's nothing. I just miss her a lot. Mom still never comes around during Christmas time. She's busy helping other families. I guess thinking about her being away makes me a little sad. Sure, because you're not spending such a lovely season with her. But hey, you have Natalie and Zoe. Rob her head with a small, conflicted smile. Is the necklace you're wearing from your mother? No, she grabbed it earlier. Yeah, one year in college I cried so hard that she was on another one of her charity tours that I literally threw up. It was a rough year. Mom sent me this gift early to show me she was still here with me, even if we were far apart. Wear it all the time now as a reminder. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Why don't we go check out some of the stores, see if we can find a tradition for you to do with Natty and Zoe. Elliot shares a soft smile, enough to reassure me that my feelings are valid and he won't judge me for them. He'll hold his arm out to me, beckoning for me to join in with a small motion of his hand. Let's link my arm with his. Round 3 is, much to Elliot's surprise. I gasped before clutching it through and straightening up. Doesn't push me away, instead smiles at me with a rosy pink dusting his cheeks. Where are you taking me? You'll see. Right, I'll follow you this time. I always steer you in the wrong direction, don't worry. First store that Elliot and I visited is near the entrance of the park. An older woman is selling gingerbread cookies. They look delicious and my stomach growls as I realize how much time has passed. Hey, Miss Weber. I see you're out here selling those delicious cookies of yours again. Elliot, it's good to see you again. How are you doing? Woman stands up from a black foldable chair and approaches the front of her stall. She and I look eyes. I smile the best I can at it. I'm doing well. I'm actually picking out a part for a side job, but I got sidetracked. It mentions to me and I wave. Wow, never thought I'd see you walking around with a woman, Elliot. Didn't think you had time for it. Elliot rolls the back of his neck. blush forming on his cheeks. Miss Weber, please, this is Noelle, Natalie's little sister. Woman giggles, placing her hand over her mouth. I'm sorry, are you teasing? It's nice to meet you, Noelle. Are you visiting for the holidays? Look at Elliot, who nods encouragingly.
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, I hope you enjoy your time here. My name is Tanya, but Elliot calls me Miss Weber. And I'm married and have taken my husband's last name years ago. Guess I'm always going to be his high school science teacher. Always. Wow, so the Hawthorne community really is tightly knit. I thought maybe Elliot was exaggerating. She's a city girl, Miss W. Elliot mentions to me with his head, and I roll my eyes. City is like a party you've been looking forward to all year. Hawthorne is the warm cup of tea you drink after all the festivities are over. That's an interesting way of looking at it. I guess Hawthorne is refreshing after the bustle of the city. Yeah, no, take this home for you and the girls. Tony reaches behind the counter and hands me a box with 4 gingerbread cookies, each wearing a different outfit. Oh, it's like a little family. Thank you so much. Can we get one of your kits too? That one is on me. It takes out his brown little wallet from the front of his jean pockets. Rather worn out, so I'm unable to make out the sign on the front. Of course, what flavour? Classic gingerbread?
Yeah.
Ellie and Tanya finish the transaction, and she bids us farewell, wishing me well in Hawthorne. As we walk away, Elliot hands me the bag containing a gingerbread cookie decorating kit. I let out a small gasp. This is for me? Yep, it's a good way to continue the tradition you had with Natty when you were kids. Except you guys can bake the cookies yourselves. I feel a tear welling up in the corner of my eyes at Elliot's kind gesture. It's incredibly thoughtful. Thank you so much. Of course, you're family now. I am. Daddy's adopted me into a little family. Hope you don't mind sharing. I haven't seen my sister in so long. It honestly feels like the other way around. Don't you think Natty sees it that way? She's been so excited to have you come back. Talked about it for weeks. Wait, really? I thought I might have been an inconvenience to her, because I needed a place to stay so last minute.
Both need each other, I reckon. I think.
Reckon? He clears his throat. Nothing, never mind. Let's get moving, Coffee Bean. Really? Just something my mother used to say a lot when she was still alive. Like when I lived in the countryside. It slips sometimes. Oh, so you're a country boy then? I reckon I am. He winks as he exaggerates his tone of voice.
Country boy.
Shoots me a playful glare before walking forward for me to follow him. Two of us spend a few hours pursuing all the holiday goods. One feeling fills my stomach thinking about how, for the first time in 6 years, I won't be celebrating Christmas alone. I still feel like I'm missing a part of myself, as I lament that my mother can't be around to enjoy this with me. Elliot, however, is not a bad substitute. We share a lot of laughs as we pass through the aisles of goods. At least she's having a good time now. Especially after all the shit she's had to deal with. Eventually, Elliot and I stop walking, having seen almost all the booths. All but one in the back with a long line forming. What's that? Point to the crowd of people and Elliot grins. That's the Secret Santa sign-ups. Secret Santa? Oh, like you get someone's name and you have to buy them a gift, right? Yep. But we do it a little bit differently here in Hawthorne. How so? Well, for one, the whole community participates. Everyone has to make their Secret Santa something from the heart. This way, money isn't standing in the way of extending gifts. Oh, that's so cute. You didn't even hear the best part. One person each year will receive some mistletoe along with their gift. If that happens, it means you'll get good luck in the new year. Wow, how many people are in Hawthorne? About 150 people participate. That's not much at all, actually. Yeah, city girl.
Hey!
Hey, leave me alone. He's not playfully. Your fan's being bruised. Got a good arm, no.
Thanks.
It's from lifting stacks of paper all day long. I have to try that at my next workout. Rosa spot a punch and then motions to line Willie's head. Let's sign you up. No way, I can't. Why not? I don't think anyone in town I don't know anyone in town or what they like. Just met a lot of people at the booze. Besides, it's the thought that counts. Well, I want people here to like me, not think I'm the worst gift giver in the world. I'm trying to leave a good impression. Plus, no one will know who I am. I'm not good with my hands. What could I possibly make? You're worrying too much. I can help you. Yep, but it's a great way to get into a holiday spirit and get to know your neighbors as well. With all this excitement, I can't help but want to oblige. What would be the harm in trying at the very least? I mean, I guess I can sign up? That's the spirit. So, how does it work? Sign up now, and in about a week, names will be drawn and given out in the town plaza. The whole ceremony with all the info you need. Ceremony? Wish I was kidding. Though I grow outwardly, I'm feeling quite the opposite on the inside. Excitement fills me as I think about all the different holiday events I could participate in that I wouldn't have been able to back in the city. Spend a few more hours with Elliot before the two of us decide to head back home and fix the hot water. Once we got the pipe, it doesn't take Elliot long to fix the pipe in Ellie's home. However, because we spent a good part of the day walking around the park, pretty late in the evening when the job is complete, Ed decides to stay for dinner. It's due to Ellie's assistance, sits next to Zoe and across from me. One piece of pie sits in the center of the table. Who gets the first slice? Zoe leans across the table, eyeing both me and Miller. Ellie puts her hand on my arm. The wonderful tradition says the person who eats first gets good luck the next morning. You guys have a lot of superstitions. First the plane exploding, and the mistletoe and Secret Santa. Oh, you know about that tradition? I took her to the holiday marketplace today, since we had to go out and get a new piece to fix the cold water situation. So, did you sign up for the exchange at all? I did, but I didn't know what I'd come up with for a gift. I'm not super creative. I don't know anyone in town. You can use my workshop for whatever you need. I can show you how to make those ornaments I made for Zoe's school. That's a good idea. Thanks, I appreciate it. I can tell you what everyone likes if I know them. We don't, Elliot probably does. Elliot chuckles. I don't know all that already. All bases are covered. Also brought us a gingerbread baking kit to use for Santa. Get to decorate gingerbread cookies? That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yep, just like when your mom and I were children. Even making those fancy Oreos for Santa? Ellie Goo was placing her hand over her mouth. That was so long ago. It was so fun, wasn't it?
Thank you.
So much. Thank you, Elliot. So on one condition, though. You had to save me a cookie. Sweet Tooth is going to get you more cavities than gifts for Christmas. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I can save you 2 cookies. Think so. Who would have got my back? I do wish you should have... I do, which is why you should vote for me to have the first slice of pizza. I needed good luck for school. That's a good idea. I vote Zoe for sure. School is tough. Agreed. But Zoe, I'll be in the auditorium for most of the week if anything happens and you need to talk to someone. You'll be really set already? Yep, get a head start. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait. As Zoe talks, Ellie begins to set the pizza first to Zoe, then to me, and Elliot, lastly ending on her. So cheesy. Begins to dig into the pizza immediately, jumping down with big bites. Ellie does the same. Elliot, however, picks up his knife and begins to cut the pizza into little squares.
Oh my gosh, Elliot, you're not cutting the pizza instead of folding it, are you?
Elliot looks at me and grins. And what about it? Can't eat pizza like that, huh? I know, I tell him that all the time. Elliot rolls his eyes. City girls. Oh, sorry, not everyone grew up in the countryside. Where in the country did you grow up? I asked before taking a bite of my pizza. extra gooey. The cheese coming off the crust like a long string. In the valley, a few hours down south, Ollie grew up on a farm, even deeper in the country than me. Here's the reckon thing. Yeah, I don't usually use words like reckon anymore, but when we lived in Lilac Valley, it was pretty easy to, because everyone was doing it. But I came to Hawthorne when I was around Zoe's age. That's when I met Tyson, my new neighbour. Oh, I reckon. I understand.
Coffee bean?
Alright, Coffee Bean. Keep joking around. You know why you call her that? No, I didn't. Oh, who's starting one, Zoe? Know something about Elliot? It's only fair that you tell the story. Yeah, I grin, wiping my hands on napkins by my dish. I'm listening. When I was in 5th grade, one of my friends dared me to eat a coffee bean straight from the bay. She had stolen it from my mother's secret stash. I had a stupid comment about how it couldn't taste that bad because it was a bean. Oh no. Oh yes. I had to back up my big words, so I ate the bean. What did it taste like? Wood chips. So I had to chew too. Disgusting. Oh, it gets way worse. Yes, pretending I was on a caffeine high because I wanted people to think I was cool. What does pretending you're on caffeine high look like? Lots of running around, calling out in the classroom. It was some light vandalizing. Suffice to say, my parents were called and I was in so much trouble for even looking into caffeine. It's so funny because people who actually have a lot of caffeine in the system would never be as over top as she was. Who knew she was blowing things out, way out of proportion. But anyway, Noah's classmate called her coffee bean all the way into law school.
Honestly, I think it's pretty cute.
You do? Try to hold back the extent of my surprise. Coffee is his favourite thing on the planet, so of course he does. Actually, I was going to say the story sounds so innocent, but I do love some good coffee. You know me so well, Natty. It's nice that you know what the other likes and everything. They're bestest friends, and you have something like that. Do you have something like that, Auntie Coffee Bean? Is that my new nickname? Girl nods her head, taking a bite of her pizza slice. Well, back in the city, I didn't really talk to anyone beside my co-workers. Guess I don't really have a best friend. I'm recalling how all my co-workers dropped me so they wouldn't get blacklisted from Carter's company. That makes me sad. It's okay, I don't really have too much time to hang out with friends. Now you do, though. I don't mind showing you what else Hawthorne has to offer. Maybe you can make some more friends. That would be nice. I'll get a new job preferably sooner or later. Don't like having too much free time. Nonsense. Just left your job. You need time to relax and adjust to your new home. I have to contribute somehow. Not yet, you don't. Can I have time to explore what you want to do before jumping into another job? Feels strange not working. Like, what am I going to do? Stay home all day? Explore. Have fun. I want to do something meaningful. Well, if you want to keep busy, you can volunteer at the school and help me with the sets. Get it done a lot faster if I had a helper. Who told you I'm no good with my hands? How can I help you? And if you're just passing me things, it's helpful. Then you can pick me up on days and bring me home from work to school. Or bring me home from school. I like that idea. I guess I could try it. Great, I'll talk to the principal tomorrow when I see her and make sure she knows that I'm bringing an assistant.
Thanks.
Thank you. Elliot knows taking one of the square pizza slices with his fork, putting it in his mouth. All my eyes at display, but he seems to find it all so amusing. Days are otherwise uneventful, and Elliot returns home after helping us clean up. So he runs off to bed with little protest, past due to having a guest over for dinner to spice up the evening. Till back into my room for some peace and quiet. Today was a long day, but I'm beginning to feel at least a little bit more comfortable with my future, how my future could turn out in Hawthorne. Oh, and it's now December 6th, so we jumped ahead a few days. But with that, I am going to end it here because I've been recording for quite a while, and I don't know how much left of this original novel we have. But yeah, very wholesome and cute story. Really liking it. Apart from the depressing stuff with like the family and whatnot. But anyway, if you guys want to continue reading this for yourself and find out what happens, the link will be down in the description below. And yeah, we'll be moving on to the next game.